Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're watching, I am currently 5 weeks pregnant right now. Yay! By the time I'm gonna post this, I'll probably be further along, so just to make sure everything's okay. But I want to share how I knew I was ovulating, because I watched so many videos on YouTube where trying to see how women can understand when they're ovulating, it's a pretty tricky thing to kind of understand. Most women ovulate 14 days of their start cycle. So once you start your period on your 14th day, that's when you ovulate. But I had a different scenario, which when I was looking on YouTube, watching videos of women, nobody kind of spoke about the experience I had. So I wanted to share. I have all my ovulation pee strips here, and I want to share just in case another woman is going through the same thing and is relating to my experience. So the first time we tried to conceive was the first month. We didn't get a pregnancy out of it, which is fine. But the second time we actually conceived, and I did do a couple things differently. So the first time we went about it, I followed an app. I did Flow as well as Ovia, but and it said I was ovulating on day 14, which I went with. So we tried to have, you know, baby dance, which is a term that people use on their TTC journey, which is just basically doing the do. So we baby danced 2 days before my ovulation date, on ovulation date, and then maybe a couple days around after ovulation date. So just trying to have sex every other day, just to make sure that we were doing it right. But the weird thing about it is the first month we didn't conceive doing that, so I was a little bummed. So the second month, I'm very grateful for conceiving in the second month, but I did something a little different, which I've got a lot of recommendations from women that I've watched on YouTube, which is trying to get ovulation strip tests. So I went with Easy at Home from Amazon. It was an ovulation box that came with, I believe, 50 ovulation strips, which they're super cheap, and it also came with 20 HCG strips for pregnancy tests, and it was just super affordable. So I tried the pee strips for ovulating to see if it would show me if I had ovulation, because I've been on birth control for almost 10 years with my husband, and we decided to take it out in January of 2021, but we didn't decide to actually try to have a baby until March 2021. So when we tried doing that, I wasn't sure if I would ever ovulate. Being on birth control for so long, doctors do say you can ovulate, you know, pretty soon, but everybody's body is different. So I kind of just wanted to see how my body would do, and I think that these ovulation strips kind of helped me understand if I was ovulating better or not. And I'm sorry if I'm going all over the place. I've never really filmed myself, but I really want to help other women that may be going through the same thing, or are probably confused about this whole trying to conceive thing, because I know I had to watch almost 100 videos before understanding the entire process, or our bodies that does such an amazing things of how ovulating and then conceiving, like there's so much things that you have to think about while doing it. So I will share with you guys what my ovulation strips look like and when I actually ovulated, because as I said, on my Flow app, I was supposed to ovulate on day 20, on day 14 of my cycle, but I actually ovulated on, I think it was day 23 of my cycle. So it was super late, which I was, at that point, you'll see on my piece, I was gonna give up and stop peeing on my ovulation strips, because I was like, maybe I'm just not ovulating this month. But little did I know, I just ovulated super late, and I actually did have a window. So let me show you guys. Okay, so here are my ovulation stripped pee strips that I took, which there is so many because I took one every morning and every night, as well as, like I said, I ovulated super late, so I continued to take them until I seen a peak, which is when you know your egg is dropping. So here it was cycle day 11. I started there, which the line, if you know about ovulation strips, no matter if there's a line, you want this left line to be darker than the right side control line, or at least the same color, to realize you're peaking. So as you can see here, I never got a peak, even on my cycle day 14 where my app told me I was ovulating. If I never took these pee strips, I would have never known that that was actually wrong. It was estimated wrong. So I highly recommend getting these strips to kind of pinpoint when you are ovulating. So even on day 14, I wasn't ovulating. 15, 16, 17, I never got a peak. And then once I started getting to day 18, I was getting a little discouraged, like, why am I not peaking? Like, it got pretty close, but it wasn't anywhere near the same color. So I remember just saying, you know what, maybe I'm not ovulating this month. Maybe I should just try next month. So I just kind of stopped at day 19. And then one day, randomly, on day 23, something told me to pee on the stick again. And it was my cycle day 23, and I got a peak, which is really crazy to me. I peaked here. I checked the apps where you could input these strips, and it told me I was actually having a peak. So I was ovulating on cycle day 23 in the morning, and as well as at nighttime through cycle day 24. And then getting to cycle day 25, it was starting, at the end of day 24, it was starting to lighten again. So my window was between cycle day 23 to 24, which it was totally off from my app of predicting that it was the 14th. So if you are trying to, on your TTC journey, and you're kind of just going off of an app, I would recommend doing these cheapy strips. They really, for me, they worked, and it helped us conceive. There was a couple other things that helped us conceive, which I'll share right now. Okay, so 3 things that I did differently from my first month trying to conceive from my second month, which I feel helped me get pregnant, was, one, I never knew, I've watched a ton of women and they actually talk about the lubrication that you use. So on the first month of us trying, we actually just used, probably TMI, but I feel like women really need to know so we can be super honest with each other, so maybe we can relate with our stories. But I used the regular Trojan, me and my husband used the regular Trojan brand of lubrication, and you know, I didn't think much of it. Trying the first month, I was like, hey, you know, we're having intercourse on the day that I'm predicted to ovulate, let's go for it. I didn't think that lube was a factor, but actually listening to a lot of women on here was saying that it could affect your sperm, something about just the way it supports your sperm to swim up to your cervix. So in a sense, they were saying the Trojan, it's very sticky, so it would actually capture the sperm and not let it flow up the stream. So I was like, huh, I never really thought about that, but it totally makes sense to me. And I watched a couple YouTubers here, if I can remember I will link them down below, but they were talking about the lubrication pre-seed, and it basically mimics your own cervical mucus that helps the sperm swim. So I immediately ordered that on Amazon for our second month of trying to conceive, and we used that, and I have a feeling that that was mainly my thing that helped me conceive, because I am not really a natural person to produce a lot of cervical mucus, but so we use the lubrication as more of a support, but using pre-seed has definitely helped, and I definitely recommend that if you are relating to me. So, and then the second thing was including more vitamins. So I've also watched women saying that of course you want to take your prenatals 2 to 3 months before you try to conceive. It will help your body kind of just get ready and support it. I also took a couple other vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E. I was having really restless sleeps throughout the night. I don't know if I was just thinking about the process too much, so I actually started taking magnesium, not every night but every other night, and it helped me sleep. So I don't know if that had a play of it as well. I'm not a medical, so please don't do it. Please reach out to your doctors and see if that is something that you can do, but that was something that I just decided to do and it worked. And then the last thing that we did differently was these ovulation strips. So the first month, like I said, I just followed my app on Flow and Ovia, but this second month we did tracking it on these strips, and it really showed me the difference of when I actually ovulated, which was mind-blowing to me. So yeah, those are the 3 things that helped us conceive, and that was my ovulation strip progression. So if you are wondering when to ovulate, I hope that the things that I did worked, will work for you if you want to try. But yeah, so I will update you guys about my pregnancy test lines, because I saved that as well, but that will be in the next video, and I'll probably be in the same outfit because I'm gonna film it right now. But yeah, bye.